Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
From Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University in rainy Arkadelphia, Arkansas, this is Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. We welcome you to the Capital Technology Group Game Preview. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Babb, joined by Dalton Reed. And Dalton, it is Thanksgiving week, no school. I am very appreciative of the students who stuck around for tonight's broadcast to help. You've got basketball tonight for the women. The Tigers will be in action tomorrow. You've got some turkey on Thursday. Throw in some basketball and football at the end of the week. I mean, what else could you ask for?
It doesn't get much better than that. You know, you look at just everything that's happening, and it's a great time to be a sports fan, and it's always a good time to eat some turkey.
That is very, very true. If you take a look at tonight's game, the Ouachita Tigers welcoming Missouri Western Griffons from the MIAA to Bill Vining Arena tonight. The Griffons come in with a 2-4 record. Ouachita 1-1. Ouachita coming off a 77-70 victory over Mississippi College on earlier this week. That was the first career win for first-year head coach Nick Long. It was also the first win in the life of Beckham, Mr. Coach and Miss Long's new baby boy that was born this week, welcomed by big sister Alden. It was a big win for the Tigers, and tonight they go up against the team Missouri Western from the MIAA. The Griffons are 2-4, but Dalton, that record is a little bit deceiving when you take a look at the schedule that Missouri Western has played to this point early in the season.
Yeah, you look at that 2-4, and obviously it doesn't read exactly correctly, but if you look at their non-conference, they have played the number one team, which is Grand Valley State within Division II. They went to Lubbock Christian, and then they played Concordia St. Paul, who's ranked number 11, and then they had a road trip to Searcy on Saturday to face the Bison of Harding. So 4 games within the top 15 for Division II for this Griffin squad.
They call it the Southern Swing, and that's what they are wrapping up today, tonight in Arkadelphia. They'll head back to St. Joe after the game. Let's take a look at the matchup for these two teams. The team leaders. You go to on the Missouri Western side, Mia Morrell averaging 12 points per game. Nakia Harris, 5 points per game. Last game, Harris had 18 points and 9 rebounds in the loss to Harding. This is a Missouri Western team, Dalton, that looks to be pretty deep.
Yeah, it looks to be pretty deep, but at the same time pretty young, Chris. You look at only one returning player for this Griffins team, 11 transfers. But if you look at the track record of their coach, he has proven successful every stop.
You take a look at we'll come back and talk about Coach Scheidecker here in a second, but you take a look at Ouachita on the other side of the screen, led by Madeline Tipton, the senior, averaging 17 points. Went over the 1,000-point mark for her career the other night in the win against Mississippi College, so congratulations to Madeline. Audrey Winfrey leads the team in rebounds at 5.5 rebounds, and last game against Mississippi College, Madeline 18 points and 7 rebounds to lead the way for the Tigers. Dalton, when you talk about these two teams, on the Ouachita side of things, you have a program that is playing for its third coach in 3 seasons. We thought that was something, and then you start looking, and Missouri Western is the exact same situation. Third coach in 3 seasons. Coach Luke Scheidecker came from Wabash Valley College. He was the 2024 WBCA 2-year National Coach of the Year, and he inherits a program that has traditionally, in the last 30 years, been a player in that NCAA National Tournament. 15 NCAA appearances, all since 1995. You mentioned it. This is a team with 11 new players, and so early in the season, not only do you have to figure things out at Division II, they have some Division I transfers that have come down and some junior college transfers. It's a new system, a new coach, but also a new roster that is trying to work together each other to get back to where Missouri Western believes they should be in the NCAA tournament at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it takes that time. It takes taking those tough losses on the road in the earliest season. But if you look at the roster, And Scheidecker only brought one transfer with him, and that's junior Nakiah Harris from Indianapolis. So we'll have to see how the team can really blend throughout the year and continue to get better. And it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight.
We'll pause in a couple of minutes as we go to the public address for the national anthem and starting lineups. But, Dalton, you take a look at Ouachita's team. Also, third coach in as many seasons, Coach Nick Long in his first head coaching job. He's assisted by Tyler Doyle, graduate assistant coach Victoria Everett. This is a team, it's new to Coach Long, but it's also a team full of returning players from last year. Dalton is a freshman in our OSDN student sports media program, so he wasn't around to see these, but the majority of this roster stuck around. And they have not had to worry about the team chemistry. It's just learning the system under Coach Long. And I know that they really were proud of their win the other night against Mississippi College to get that first win for Coach Long.
Yeah, and you look, 4 of the 5 starters tonight are seniors, experience. You only have one sophomore being Caden Porter. So it's really interesting how those players stuck around in an era that players aren't really known to stick around. And so that is really interesting. I think that speaks volume of Ouachita as a whole. And so very curious to see how these starters become more better.
We'll turn it over to Casey Modal, public address.
Griffons of Missouri Western State University against your Ouachita Tigers. At this time, we invite you to stand for our national anthem. In the starting lineup for the Missouri Western State Griffons, senior guard from Waukee, Iowa, number 4, Lindsey Kelderman. Senior guard from Madison, Wisconsin, number 10, Mia Morel. Junior guard from Porto Feliz, Brazil, number 22, Ana Oliveira Diaz. Junior forward from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 33, Sydney Lewis. And junior forward from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 35, Nakiah Harris. The head coach of the Griffons is Luke Scheidecker. The assistant coaches are Darvin Gill and Olivia Nelson. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Sophomore guard from Sheridan, Arkansas, number 11, Caden Porter. Senior forward from Hot Springs, Arkansas, number 2, Audrey Winfrey. Senior guard from Bologna, Arkansas, number 23, Madeline Tipton. Senior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson. And senior forward from Hernando, Mississippi, number 32, Abby Harrison. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Nick Long. The assistant coach is Tyler Doyle. Tonight's officials are Scott Starkey, Randy Robertson, and Tammy D'Souza.
There you go. Dr. Casey Model bringing you the starting lineups tonight. Take a look at the lineups for the Griffons. Kelderman, Morrell, Oliveira Diaz, Lewis, and Harris. Kelderman averaging 10 points per game. Mia Morrell, the leading scorer for the Griffons at 12 points per game. 3 players averaging double figures. So it'll be Kelderman, Morrell, Oliveira Diaz, Lewis, and Harris for Missouri Western out of the MIAA under first-year head coach John Scheidecker. For the Ouachita Tigers, 4 seniors and a sophomore, as you heard Dalton mention: Audrey Winfrey, Caden Porter, Madeline Tipton, Heidi Robinson, and Abby Harrison. Porter, the sophomore, the other 4 seniors in this Ouachita roster and the starting lineup. Sydney Lewis for Missouri Western. Abby Harrison for the Tigers, set to jump center. We are underway on the Thanksgiving week special. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Glad you are tuned in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Abby Harrison controls the tip, and we are underway from Bill Vining Arena. Excited to see this matchup. Nice spin move, up and under from Abby Harrison. Can't get it to go. And Lewis with the rebound. And the Griffons push it up. Oliveira Diaz running the point for the Griffons. Nice take to the rack, but no good. So both teams have chip shots that can't come up with basket. And the Tigers now on the move. Man-to-man defense from the Griffons. Audrey Winfrey had 18 points the other night, 17 points and 8 rebounds. Harrison will try to make it 1 for 2, but can't get it to go. Ouachita with a little size advantage down low, trying to get Harrison to cash in. Nice ball movement from the Griffons. The three-pointer is no good. Lewis controls the offensive glass, and Abby Harrison commits the foul.
Both teams trying to work the inside here early in the game. It's kind of surprising for Ouachita with how many threes they've been shooting this year, but we'll have to see what Lewis can do here from the stripe.
Ouachita averaging 29.5 three-point field goals attempted per game in their first 2, 17 of 59. First point of the game comes from Sydney Lewis. She's a 67% free throw shooter, 5 of 7 now on the season. And that long rebound controlled by Nakaya Harris. Pull up in the middle of the lane is good for Mia Morrell. And 3-0 the lead. Here's a little initial man pressure from the Griffons. Tipton on the left side. Harrison with the high screen. Porter tries to take it off of Oliveira Diaz, gets the foul. Excuse me, that's on Nakaya Harris. First foul on Harris, first team foul, and Caden Porter going to the free throw line for the Tigers. He's only been there twice this year. Missouri Western, this is the Griffins' 7th game. Ouachita only the 3rd game. Caden Porter, nothing but net on the first free throw. You take a look at the records, Dalton. We mentioned Missouri Western 2-4, but that is against what has to be one of the toughest or the strongest strengths of schedule. Ouachita has easy opportunities from the field. You've got to be able to take advantage of that, and they have not on their first 2 possessions. Three-pointer no good from Kelderman. Audrey Winfrey with the rebound for the Tigers.
Yeah, quick possession there from the Griffons. The 3 rattles out, and I'll be curious to see how long it takes for Ouachita to attempt their first 3.
The Griffons averaging 75.8 points per game. Caden Porter ties the game. She has all 3 of Ouachita's points, does the sophomore from Sheridan, Arkansas. Morrell, corner 3, in and out, no good. Loose ball, controlled by Harris.
Yeah, another offensive rebound there for the Griffins. That's how they extended the possession last time. We'll have to see if they can convert off points here off the offensive rebound.
Pull up in the spinner in the middle of the lane from Oliveira Diaz, her first basket. Comes into the game averaging 11.6 points per game, 3.2 rebounds. That's her first point of the game. Harrison posting up at the high post, but Winfrey can't get it to her. Ball knocked away by Oliveira Diaz. It'll go out of bounds. Going to reset the shot clock. Well, they're going to let it roll. This is Harrison from Robinson. Nice screen from Harrison. Heidi Robinson for three in rhythm. Heidi Robinson, the senior from Marmaduke, gets her first field goal, and the Tigers lead by 1.
Yeah, she was 4 for 7 from beyond the arc coming into this game, able to get the offense going here early.
Harris cut off. Porter does a nice job of helping and retreating. Kelderman again, nice flash by Harrison, but that is a nice three-pointer from Lindsey Kelderman. 13 of 20 on the season from three-point range, 65% from beyond the arc coming into tonight's game. She and Morrell had combined for 23 of the 51 three-point makes. 3 subs for each team set to come in at the first dead ball. Little gamble from Harris. Winfrey with the pull-up, can't get it to go. Harris controls it, tries to go ahead for Morrell. Has a nice job of catching the ball. Now a little give and go action. And Morrell, the turnover, stolen by Robinson. She pushes up the left elbow. Heidi Robinson feeling it from 3, step back, and Heidi Robinson has 2 quick three-pointers.
Yeah, great offensive ball movement off the turnover from the Griffins, able to convert into a three-pointer.
Robinson flashes for the steal and gets on the ground. Caden Porter also on the ground. Tie ball, and the Tiger bench is up. Almost like a hockey line change coming in for both teams. We'll bring you those subs for Missouri Western. Lanicia Parker, a 5'10 freshman from Parkville, Missouri. Meredith Reeker, a 5'10 senior from West Des Moines, Iowa. And also Tamisha Dozier, a 6'1 senior from Louisville, Kentucky. In for the Tigers, Samantha Watson, a 5'7 senior guard from Arlington, Texas. Bree Hubbard, 5'11 freshman forward from Godley, Texas. And Ruby Trammell, 5'11 sophomore from Bergman, Arkansas. They wipe up a little perspiration off the floor. We're back to action. 15 on the shot clock. Nice kick out. Kelderman try another 3. Good for Lindsey Kelderman. She has 6 points, and we've gone back and forth the last few possessions.
Griffin starting to put some on-the-ball pressure here as Tipton looks to dish it back out.
Nice job by Tipton of drawing the defense, finding Bree Hubbard in the middle of the lane. Hubbard gets her first basket. Spin move on the other end. Shot no good. A nice spin move by Parker, but couldn't get the floater to go.
Both teams wanting to run here early as there's another 3.
Heat check from Robinson. Nice offensive rebound from Hubbard. She's tied up by Oliveira Diaz. It'll be Ouachita's ball, but not after the media timeout. We'll take it because that one is just for us. 5 minutes, 18 seconds into this thing, and we're all square knotted at 11, right where we began things. We'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. I'm ready for turkey, Dalton.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports.
Cafe and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
At Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage, Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
We are back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network at Bill Vining Arena. And to start, both teams looking hot. And from the field goal percentage, the Tigers are shooting 50%. Griffons shooting 44%. So we'll have to see if the Tigers can expand on that percentage here.
Tipton will pull a deep three. You can tell that was a little bit short off the release. That was from deep, and now the Griffons pushing. Parker to Kelderman, 2 for 2 from three-point range. Reeker, kick out, little dribble, lots of dribble, drive, and kick out for threes. And Oliveira Diaz gets a three-pointer. Now we see a little pressure out of the, little man-to-man initial pressure out of the timeout off of the made basket. 14-11. Both teams shooting around 50% from the field now after missing their first couple. Tipton, corner three. Nailed it, and the Tigers got away with the possession there. Little mess out front, but you have Tipton in the corner to cash in.
Yeah, able to execute off the pressure, find Tipton in the corner, and she makes the three.
See Missouri Western also liking to dribble and kick out. Up and under, and that is going to send Lanicia Parker to the free throw line. 4-2 free throws. That foul is going to be called on Bree Hubbard, her first. Second team foul to the line, Lanicia Parker, the 5'10 freshman from Parkville, Missouri, went to Park Hill South High School. On the season, 13 of 15 from the free throw line. She, along with Mia Morrell, have been the most, the Griffons who've gone to the line most. 27 of the 54 makes on the season have gone to those, now make it 28 as Parker knocks down her first.
Yeah, those two players just know how to draw contact and get to the line to benefit their teams.
Off the front of the rim and drops through for Parker. Into the game for the Griffons, Jada Smith, a 6-foot freshman guard forward from Grandview, Missouri. Now here comes the pressure. Man-to-man pressure. See if it's no trap, just full court man-to-man. Here comes the double team. Washita gets Porter to Trammell, back to Porter.
Yeah, great execution from Trammell and Porter, able to get that up the sideline and then back to the middle of the court.
Samantha Watson, another senior on this team. She with the ball right now. Kick out to Porter. Wanted the three, but the pass was a little bit too high. Bree Hubbard for three. That's short. And the shot clock violation will get the ball back to Missouri Western. So Washita going to its bench early. They've gone 9 deep, as has Missouri Western. Kick out, three-pointer, Parker, good.
Yeah, that's becoming a problem for the Tigers, getting back on defense after they drive in and kick out.
Yeah, the dribble kick out for three. We see it so much in women's basketball. Ruby Trammell for three, good. The sophomore from Bergman gets her first field goal of the game. It's from the left corner. It's a one-possession game again. Nice cut by Parker to the middle of the lane, but can't get it to go. Trammell.
Both teams moving very fast here, and the Tigers are able to evade this pressure somewhat when they turn the tempo up.
Brooke Smith. Porter doesn't have a hand in her face. Three-pointer, good. I think she wanted it the previous time she had the ball, but didn't pull it. Got the ball the second time, and Tamisha Dozier didn't quite contest quick enough. Nice cut, backdoor, nice find by Dozier, and Jada Smith gets the layup to go.
Yeah, great feed there inside and able to execute. Tigers doing a great job of getting the ball ahead here into their shooters' hands off that man-to-man pressure.
Bree Hubbard for three. That's off to the left. Brooke Smith with the offensive rebound. Porter thought about it. She'll pull it back out. That's going to be a foul on Meredith Reeker. A little bit late whistle. She came over the top. Thought she might have gotten away with it, but did not. Checking into the game for Washita, Michaela Vation, a 5'10 freshman from Aubrey, Texas, product of Braswell High School. She replaces Brooke Smith.
Yeah, and you look at these offensive possession for the Tigers, they're able to.
Washita trying to take advantage of Reeker just kind of forgetting the situation. She was headed back to on offense as the ball was being inbounded. Porter couldn't get the basket to go. This is Morrell guarded by Hubbard. Kick out, three-pointer from Smith, no good. These two teams not afraid to shoot the three-pointer.
Yeah, turnover there. Smith comes down with it. Another offensive possession for the Griffons.
Missouri Western averaging over 23-point attempts as well. 133 going into their first 5 games. And then they shot 19 at Harding 2 nights ago. Hubbard will try to back down Morrell. That was nice defense by Mia Morrell. Kind of getting Hubbard
and
to
even
go
better
to the
defense there.
Nice job by Vation. Go back to what we were saying, then we'll come back to Vation. Morrell did a nice job of getting Hubbard to feel like the defense was going to the left, and she spun back. Morrell was in the way there, but nice job by Vation of getting the ball back.
Yeah, both great defensive efforts there from the Tigers and the Griffons, and that puts Vation at the line.
Michaela Vation to the line. She's only been there twice this year. First free throw, nothing but net. Good-looking free throw from the freshman Michaela Vation from Aubrey, Texas. That's a nice job by Ruby Trammell of getting around the block out and tying that one up. The alternating possession has the ball going to Missouri Western. Had a sub come in, and I think that's why the horn went off. A little eager at the table to get that sub in. Watson, Vation, Porter, Hubbard, and Trammell on the floor for the Tigers. Olivera Diaz kicks it out. Last second three for Morrell. Good at the buzzer. They ran that possession, Dalton, like they wanted to. Got the shot at the buzzer. Morrell knocks it down and gives the Griffons a 3-point lead. 3. All right, they're going to look at this last three-pointer to see. They're going to look at the last three to see if it beat the buzzer. I believe they said they had to come by. So they're going to take a look at this last three-pointer. If it's a clock issue, then that's going to be for sure. And it is good. So, into the first quarter. Missouri Western 24, Washita 21. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Welcome back to the Washita Sports Digital Network. We're here at Bill Vining Arena, and it has been a lot of points scored here early, and for the Griffons, it's going to be Kelderman leading the way with 6 points, and then on the other side of the ball, Porter leading the way with 6 points for the Tigers as we begin the second quarter.
The starting five back into the game for Washita. Heidi Robinson running the point. Has it picked away by Olivera Diaz. Up and under, layup is good. And that is gives Olivera Diaz 7 points. So now we see some pressure from Missouri Western. Still a little man-to-man, not a trap, but Washita does break it, but it only gives them 20 seconds on the shot clock to get things going. I'm sorry, I said the original starting five. Michaela Vation is in the game, and she has it stolen away by Olivera Diaz. 2 possessions for the Tigers and 2 steals from Olivera Diaz. Vation gets the inbounds pass from Winfrey. Winfrey goes baseline, too strong. out of bounds, and it will stay with Ouachita. The lead quickly up to 7 after Missouri Western gets 4 quick ones, Dalton. The pressure getting to the Tigers early in the second quarter.
Yeah, they were able to evade it some in the first quarter, but it has really gotten to them here early in the second quarter. We'll see how they can respond. Great inbounds play.
Madeline Tipton gets hit in the face on the contest. Not a vicious hit in the face, but Lanicia Parker got her right hand out to contest that and kind of caught Madeline Tipton in the nose. So Madeline will head to the free throw line for 3 free throws, 15 of 17 on the season. First one is good. Now, a little trivia. Do you know the single on Apple Music? The title of the single on Apple Music by the artist. It was just released November 11th. The artist's name is Madeline Tipton. Do you know the name of the single?
I have no idea.
I did not either until a couple of weeks ago. Madeline released a song. It is fantastic. It's called Miss Me.
I have to go give it a listen.
That's right. Nice backdoor pass, but Vation is there on the backside for the steal. She used our OSDN podcast studio to record some of it.
I was wondering what she was. I saw her in there before I was recording.
Yeah, she and Heidi Robinson were in there. Long two-pointer for Abby Harrison. Bounces around and drops out. And Missouri Western with the rebound. Parker pushes. Nice spin move. Offensive glass up and under for Mia Morrell. And the lead is back to 7.
Griffins still sticking to that full court pressure, but great move there to evade the pressure for the Tigers.
That's a good look by Vation, but Harrison can't get it to go. Spin move, nice double team by Vation, and she traveled with the basketball. Nice ball defense by Abby Harrison, nice double from Vation, and that forces the turnover. 2 subs into the game for Ouachita. Watson and Smith replace Vation and Harrison. Parker takes a seat. Jada Smith returns to the lineup for the Griffons. It's taken me a little bit to get used to. These shirts untucked because of the rule. The new rule that allows you to not have to tuck your shirt in. This time, the last 20 years of women's basketball, they would have stopped play for 30 seconds each possession to tell them to tuck their shirts in, but now they don't make them long enough to tuck in anyway. I think that it was a great rule change. There's another steal by Olivera Diaz. She has 3 steals, all here in the second quarter. Gets the offensive glass, up and under. Loose ball, little plinko, and it's going to stay on that end as Tammy D'Souza says it was last touched by Audrey Winfrey. That's going to be an offensive foul on Nakia Harris. She was posting up Winfrey to get that inbounds pass. Dalton in that right arm just got a little bit too anxious, and Winfrey flew back.
Yeah, trying to push off to get a little bit more space on that post up, and ref saw it there, so got the call.
Pressure from Missouri Western results in another turnover. They're pressuring the ball as well, not just the inbounds, not just the players catching the inbounds pass. Watson with the rebound. Almost a steal by Morrell, but they said she got just too much of the arm of Audrey Winfrey.
Yeah, this defense has been a big part for the Griffons here early with this man-to-man defense that they've stuck in, and then that on-the-ball pressure and transition.
Third foul of the quarter against the Griffons. Brooke Smith off the glass, can't get it to go. The Tigers have struggled in the paint tonight. Missed about 4 or 5 in a 7-point game. That can make a difference. Kelderman pull up in the lane, and she was just kind of off balance from the get-go. And Ouachita now with the ball. Heidi Robinson brings it up, guarded by Kelderman.
Yeah, Ouachita was 5 of 9 in the first quarter from beyond the arc. Let's see if they can get back to that.
Tipton pull-up on the baseline is good. Tipton now has 7 points. She and Heidi Robinson have 13 of the 23. Caden Porter also with 6. As you see there, Madeline became the 15th player in Ouachita women's basketball history to eclipse the 1,000-point mark. Morrell ball fake. Nice dish underneath to Sydney Lewis, but can't get the chippy to go. Both teams struggling from the block.
Yeah, both teams able to get offensive rebounds, but then either can't execute the second chance point, and then the opponent able to get out in transition.
Yep. Smith with a handoff to Watson. Lefty blocked by Sydney Lewis. Now Morrell one-on-one trying to get Brooke Smith. Boy, they let the contact go. Brooke Smith pushes down the floor, 2-on-2. Brooke Smith weaves in, and she's undercut. And then we've got a little, oh, they didn't blow a whistle. I thought I heard the whistle. My goodness gracious. Audrey Winfrey, corner 3, good. Well, I'm glad they didn't blow the whistle
exactly.
now. I thought for sure I heard a whistle because now we have a turnover on the other end. The Tigers have clawed back in this one with 5 straight, 30-28. Missouri Western with a 2-point lead at the under 5 media timeout. We'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
The Tigers, 9 of 24 from the field for 37.5%. Missouri Western, 11 of 26, 42.3%. Ouachita's hit 6 of 10 3-point shots for 60%, Dalton, and that's a big reason why they're still in this game where they are. In the last game against Mississippi College, Ouachita was 1 of 13 from 3-point range in the first half. They bounced back with a significantly better 50% effort from beyond the arc in the second half. They've gotten a much better start tonight.
Yeah, they have. Obviously, a lot of those threes, besides the one from Winfrey, came in the first quarter, and that dribble kick action is how they were getting those open, so we'll have to see if they can get back to that. But first, they've got to get past this on-the-ball pressure from the Griffons.
Samantha Watson, Abby Harrison, Caden Porter, Ruby Trammell, Bree Hubbard on the floor for the Tigers. Up and under, Porter can't get it to go. Rebound to Reeker. I think Parker would have shot that one if her feet had been set. Olivera Diaz kick out. Reeker, the leading three-pointer on the team, draws nothing. Nice save by Morrell. Reeker will try again. No good there. Abby Harrison with the defensive board for the Tigers.
Griffons have stuck to that man-to-man coverage the entire game, and it continues to succeed as Tigers able to draw the foul there.
Abby Harrison goes with the ball fake, and the up and under draws the foul on Sydney Lewis. That's the first foul on Lewis, and Abby Harrison goes to the free throw line where she's had a good start to the season from the free throw line. Two for two for Harrison on the night, 7 for 7 on the season. for the forward from Hernando, Mississippi. Nice hesitation move by Lanicia Parker to get that basket.
Yeah, able to drive the lane and find the opening.
That stopped a 7-0 Ouachita run. That was the first field goal that Missouri Western had made in its last 9 attempts. Counted and the foul. Caden Porter going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Reeker whistled for her second personal foul. She'll take a seat, replaced by Kelderman. Also back into the game for the Griffons is Tamisha Dozier.
Yeah, great move there by Porter, able to drive the lane, get the contact, and get the shot to fall.
Can't get it to go. Parker high with the rebound. Kelderman left alone in the corner. Transition three as Ouachita lost one of the Griffons in transition. Wide open shot, and Coach Nick Long to call a timeout as Watson got double teamed on the sideline. We'll see if that's a 30 or a full. 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. 2:55 left in the second quarter. We invite you to stick around for the Domino's halftime report as we will hear a little portion of a podcast from some of our OSDN students. This broadcast brought to you by the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It's the Student Sports Media Production Program in the Rogers Department of Communications. All students except for one old guy who just happens to be talking right now, faculty advisor. At halftime, we'll hear some of an episode of our newest podcast called Put Her in Coach. It's from the student chapter of AWSM. That's the Association for Women in Sports Media. We'll hear from Madeline Colzer and Cameron Boyd as they will talk a little bit about with Kate Perrin, who's working our broadcast tonight, about a trip. They got to hear Holly Rowe. Nice transition for the Tigers. Porter to Harrison gets the layup to go. We invite you to stick around for that at halftime. I believe we might have a little treat as well of a song. Not Dalton singing, but maybe a song we teased a little bit earlier.
You
Kick out, nice flash by Ruby Trammell. Trammell 1-on-4. Double teamed. That's a double dribble. Didn't quite get away with it. I thought she might, Dalton. It was a little hesitation from the referee, but did not get away with it. The ball will go back over to Missouri Western.
Yeah, their defense has really been keeping them in this game. You saw the double team there before the timeout, and then after the lay-in, they were able to get a stop off a turnover.
Almost a turnover there as Oliveira Diaz was looking for Morrell, who was trying to curl around a screen at the top of the key. Nice ball defense by Samantha Watson. Kick out to Trammell. Back to Watson. She must have been standing on the sideline. I think I was blocked, but I think he pointed to the sideline saying she was standing on the sideline. Tried to get him to tell me when he walked by us, but blew the horn after the play had started, so they're going to let it roll. Watson's three-pointer did go in, however, she was standing on the sideline when she caught the pass. 1-on-1, Parker, nice ball fake to the right side, spins to the left, can't get it, but nice offensive rebound from Tamisha Dozier, but she's standing on the baseline.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And you look at the offensive rebound, second chance points coming into this game. The Griffons had 52 offensive rebounds, so that is definitely one of their strengths.
52 coming into this Southern swing, 52 in the first 5 games, so over 10 offensive rebounds per game. Against Harding, they had 13, so that average just went up. They will attack the glass offensively. Madeline Tipton will as well. She can't get the pull-up to go. Nice ball defense by Brooke Smith. Parker thought she was going to have the Euro step, but Brooke Smith recovered, but that's just an athletic move by Jada Smith of getting a hand up in the, knocking away the lob pass from Winfrey. This is Morrell, under a minute to go. Kick out, Dozier, three-pointer, no good. Another offensive rebound, and Ouachita is going to get called for the foul as Jada Smith got the offensive glass, went back up, and she got rooted out from underneath. That foul was on Madeline Tipton. I believe that's going to be the second foul. No, maybe the first on Tipton. First free throw is from Jada Smith is good. She has not missed this season. Coming into this series, to the trip, she was 2 for 2. One for 2. She did miss one at Harding the other day. Kelderman's going to be called for the foul. She's saying that Brooke Smith just fell. The coach, Scheidecker, had a better angle, I think, than the official did. Yeah, Coach Scheidecker kind of has he might have a point on that when he's saying she was falling down anyway and you reward her. Brooks will go to the free throw line for 2 shots because that is the 5th foul on Missouri Western in the second quarter. What do we see on the replay? I was looking the other way.
Yeah, she was tracking towards falling, but there definitely was a little bit of contact in the aftermath.
Brooke Smith knocks both free throws down. Morrell pushes. Kelderman. Morrell in to Dozier. Nice backdoor cut by Jada Smith. Dozier draws the defense and finds her. Missouri Western forces the turnover. Trammell. And now Missouri Western's going to pull the ball out and settle for work it around for 1 shot. They had a 3-pointer at the buzzer of the first quarter. They'll try to do the same here to extend this lead, make it a 2-possession lead. Here the official talking about hands. You know, they got rid of the rule where you can push. There's a 3-pointer on the way, no good. Trammell gets the rebound and just hold on to it. Tipton at the buzzer, too strong, and that is how halftime ends. We're talking about the, they changed the rules on the hand check this year, and the official was warning the Ouachita defender there. So, a furious end to the second quarter. The Tigers trail Missouri Western 39-36. Dalton, your thoughts on the first half before we go to the Domino's halftime show?
I really think the Tigers are playing really tough. They're matching the intensity. I think that in the second half, the Tigers have got to figure out a better way to evade that pressure. The Griffons not afraid to put on pressure, put it on full court, man-to-man and ball pressure. So if they can figure out a way to evade that, and they've got to get back to being successful beyond the arc. 5 of 9 in the first quarter from beyond the arc. Only 1 3-point make here in the second quarter. I think that's our difference.
Well, and also only 1 attempt also,
yes.
So just not very many opportunities from 3-point range. Missouri Western leads by 3. In the Domino's halftime show, we'll hear a bit of the podcast that I told you about, the Put Her In podcast from the Association of Women in Sports Media student chapter here at Ouachita Baptist University, affiliated with OSDN. And then we'll come back for the Domino's halftime stat recap. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. The Domino's halftime show is just ahead.
It's an ordinary.
Welcome to episode 2 of Put Her In, Coach. I'm Cameron Boyd.
And I'm Madeline Colzer.
Last week we kind of introduced the podcast in the organization we produce it through, which is AWSM. And this week I wanted to talk a little bit more about AWSM and specifically the recent event we attended.
Yes, and as you can see, we have a guest with us for this segment, Kate Perrin. So Kate is our social media chair in AWSM, and she also, in doing so, she runs our AWSM Instagram at OEU AWSM. So make sure to check it out and give us a follow.
So on Monday, October 25th, the three of us had the opportunity to attend the Little Rock Touchdown Club, and we got to hear from ESPN sideline reporter Holly Rowe, which is a really great experience. And we'll kind of include some of the things she said in this podcast, but I just kind of wanted to talk about our favorite parts of her speech, I guess.
Yeah. I think my favorite part was absolutely when she had kind of explained her story about going through cancer while being a full-time mom, while still working as a sport journalist, like on camera. And it was really inspiring hearing how she went through all of that, but still managed to be there for her kid and still managed to be at every single game that she was at. I think she only missed one, and that was even due to COVID, which she claimed was not her fault.
Yeah.
It truly shows her dedication to the sport and to what she does.
11 days before the college football season in 2018, I found out that my cancer had spread again, and it was a deadly diagnosis. And I didn't tell ESPN because I knew they would not let me work. So I didn't tell anybody. I had a lung biopsy with a needle this big. You have to be awake while they put it in your chest so that you can obey breathing commands. And 11 days later, I worked a college football game, but I was bald. And so I got that wig, and I was like, I've got to go to this Texas football practice on Friday, but it's 106 degrees, and I cannot wear Wanda. And, it was a closed practice, and I thought, well, nobody will see me. So I put my hat on, I was totally bald, and I went to practice. I've had to do my whole career as a mom. For 30 years, I have been working for ESPN, ABC. I have missed one game in 30 years on a college football Saturday one time because I got COVID, and I don't think that's my fault. That was the thing. But it's been hard on my family, and it's been hard on my son, and I'm grateful that you're here, McKylan, to share this with me.
Yeah, she said she missed one game in like 30 years, I think. So just very committed to what she does.
Yes.
And I mean, you have to be able to manage your time very well. Being a full-time mom and going through cancer, she was there while she had, tubes coming out of her, like fluid bags. So just very inspiring, I would say.
Agreed.
Yeah, I loved listening to her talk. She just has this, just this spirit to her.
Spunky. She's very spunky.
Yes, that's a great way to describe her. She just, when she starts talking, you were just sucked right in. Like I hung on to every single word that she was saying. And she just, like you said, she's very inspiring, and I just loved hearing her speak, really. I mean, I could listen to her all day long. Anything she told me, I would believe.
And another cool thing about her is, she went out of her way to find her own opportunities.
Yeah.
These opportunities to be a sideline reporter weren't presented to her. She made phone calls. She called producers and just kind of inserted herself. And there was one specific story she told. She called a producer, and I forget which teams were playing, but the game was going to be in San Jose. And she called the producer and was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I'm going to be in San Jose.
Right.
And so the producer was like, do you want to work the game? And she's like, yes. So when she hung up the phone, she said she had to figure out how to get to San Jose because she had no reason to be there. She just, wanted to work the game. And I just thought that was funny that she just found opportunities for herself. She just made a way for herself.
With Marshall Falk at San Jose. That's so crazy. I'm going to be in San Jose. What a strange coincidence. And he's like, well, do you want to work the game? And I said, yes. And then I had to figure out a way to get to San Jose because, of course, I was not going to be in San Jose. So I did that for a couple of weeks, and what I didn't realize is those games were on a satellite system back to New York City. And so the producers in New York City saw my work, and the next college football season hired me full-time.
But it really was a truly inspiring speech that she gave. One clip that made me laugh so much was she was doing a stand-up during a game at one point, and she was about to go live, and a player just came hurling at her during a tackle. She gets knocked down, heels over her head, and she just pops right back up and goes live.
You pop up, and when they come to you, you're ready to talk about the players. They're ready to talk about, they finally have to interrupt you. Holly, So to talk about that crazy moment.
Yeah, it was so funny because I just was prepared to still give my report. I didn't even know I was on camera or that they were showing any of that, because I'm just listening to Kirk and Chris. And so I had this great report on Akeem Messidor and Ruben Bain, who I think are the two best defensive ends in college football right now for Miami. They are crushing people. And I was all excited to do this report on them. And then I realized, they're talking about me right now. So you never want to be the story. But I was proud. I didn't drop the mic. I popped right back up.
Yeah. It truly is admirable how, truly her dedication to the sport.
Yeah, she just didn't say anything about it. She just got up and gave her report. It was funny.
She almost used it as an opopportunity to take the air and talk about what she was trying to talk about.
Experiencing the game, truly.
Yeah. Head on.
Quite
literally.
Head over heels for the sport.
Yes.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
OSDN is Ouachita Student Sports Media Program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia, 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Hop in this real quick.
All I need to know is do you miss me? Do you miss me?
Little tease there at the Miss Me by Madeline Tipton. You can find that on Apple Music. The Ouachita Women's Basketball Alumni Group will be having their reunion, their yearly reunion on February 5th through 7th here at Ouachita. And they want all alumni to come back. But if you played for the Lady Tigers and Ouachita Hall of Fame Coach Gary Crowder during the 2008-09 season, they really want you to come back. They're looking for you and your teammates. The alumni want to honor your accomplishments of making it to the NCAA Division II basketball tournament. Make your plans now to attend Alumni Day in 2026 and Peak Out Weekend, February 5th and 7th. They're supporting breast cancer awareness, and special pink T-shirts will be available to purchase. Reach out to teammates you haven't seen in a while. Come join the Alumni on February 5th and 7th. Save the date postcards should arrive in your mailbox soon. Any questions, please contact Teresa Schaefer-Raymond at the number you see on your screen, 713-293-2944. Dalton, I don't know how old you were in 2008, 2009, and please don't tell me, but I do remember that NCAA basketball tournament team. Alacia Adams, Domino Miller. I'm gonna stop there because Gabby Coleman, because I'll stop and quit naming people, and someone will say you didn't name me. But that was a tremendous team to watch, and I know the women's basketball alumni group would love to have them back in February. This is the Domino's halftime report. Let's take a look at some of the first half statistics as the Tigers trail Missouri Western 39-36. Take a look at the field goal shooting for both teams. Missouri Western 14 of 35 for 40%, 6 of 16 from three-point range, 37.5%, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line for 83.3%. Ouachita 11 of 28, 39.3%, 6 of 10 from three-point range, 60%, and 8 of 12 from the free throw line, 66.7%. Ouachita has committed 10 turnovers. Missouri Western only 7. Points off of those turnovers. Missouri Western 9 points off of those 10 Ouachita turnovers. Ouachita only 3 points off of the 7 Missouri Western turnovers. Take a look at the leading scorers for both teams. Lindsey Kelderman and Lanicia Parker lead the way for the Griffons with 9 points apiece. Mia Morrell and Olivera Diaz with 7 points, 6 points for Jada Smith, 1 point for Sydney Lewis. For the Ouachita Tigers, Caden Porter leads the way with 8 points, 7 points for Madeline Tipton, 6 for Heidi Robinson, 4 points for Abby Harrison, 3 each for Audrey Winfrey and Ruby Trammell. Bree Hubbard and Brooke Smith with 2 points apiece, and Michaela Vation with 1. Dalton, we look at the point spread out for Ouachita. This has been an offense that has kind of shared the ball and spread the ball nicely as multiple players have scored in both of the games that we've been able to see here at Bill Vining Arena, trying to get everybody involved.
Yeah, getting everybody involved is a good way to put it, and that's what they did in the first half. They're going to continue to have to do that in the second half if they want to cut this lead to nothing, take the lead, and keep the lead. And I think a lot of that comes from turnovers. You have 10 turnovers, and then the Griffons getting points off turnovers really helps their case. And then, I'll say it again, it goes back to the three-point shooting. You have 15 points from beyond the arc in the first quarter, and then you have 1 in the second quarter. That's going to hurt, but I also think, in turn, that is from the Griffons' defense that has shown spectacular all night.
No real foul trouble for Ouachita especially. Only had 3 fouls called in the first half. Madeline Tipton, Bree Hubbard, and Abby Harrison with 1 foul each. For the Griffons, they have 2 players with 2 fouls, Nakia Harris and Meredith Reeker. We're back to action here to start the third quarter. Missouri Western with the ball to start the second half. Olivera Diaz, Lewis. Now we have a turnover on the first possession. Audrey Winfrey had that one fall in her lap. Olivera Diaz, Lewis, Nakia Harris. Nice spin move from Harrison. Can't get the basket to go. Thought there was some contact there. Coach Long was asking for it, didn't get it. And now Mia Morrell on the move for the Griffons. Nice inside position on the offensive glass from Sydney Lewis. Gets the first points of the second half, and they go to the Griffons. Audrey Winfrey, Heidi Robinson, Abby Harrison, Caden Porter, and Madeline Tipton, the starting 5 in the second half for Ouachita and head coach Nick Long, as they were in the first half. Tipton, quarter 3, right on line, but just too strong. Kelderman with the rebound for Missouri Western. Harris, Lewis kicks it out to Morrell, but that's too tall for the 5'7" senior guard, Mia Morrell from Madison, Wisconsin. You look at this roster, Missouri Western, I believe I counted 9 states represented on this Griffin roster. And her head coach Luke Scheidecker in his first season. 1 player from last year's team, 11 new players. Audrey Winfrey was here last year. She did a little bit of that last year. She's done that more this year. 3-pointer gets Ouachita on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, Winfrey came into this game 5 of 13 from beyond the arc, able to execute there and draw the Tigers back within 3.
Harris uses the screen and goes to the basket. Nakaya Harris gets her first basket of the game. Winfrey again, not this time. Morrell with the rebound, pushes this Monday night of Thanksgiving week, a little GAC MIAA matchup. Spin move, can't get it to go. Madeline Tipton with the rebound. Sydney Lewis almost got that one to go, but could not.
The Tigers able to get out in transition and not let the Griffons apply that pressure off the inbounds, off the defensive rebounds.
Tipton goes, draws the foul, and Madeline Tipton will go to the free throw line. When you run this 4 out, 1 in, if you can get past your defender, you're either going to have a free lane to the free angle to the basket to be, and if you draw the defense, you can kick it out. Madeline Tipton went all the way in, drew the foul, and the senior from Bologna will go to the free throw line. Bree Hubbard checks into the game for Ouachita along with Samantha Watson.
Yeah, you mentioned the 9 states represented on the Griffons roster, and it's a very Arkansas-based representation for the Tigers. For the starting 5 this evening are from the state of Arkansas.
Tipton gets the first free throw to go. She now has 8 points and make it 9 as Tipton goes 2 for 2. That foul was on Lewis. That was her second personal foul. Back to a 2-point game. Samantha Watson with good ball pressure. Ouachita extending that man defense out. Nice help and recover. Switching on the screens are Hubbard and Winfrey. Kick out deep. 3 from Kelderman. That was short. And Parker with a nice offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Heidi Robinson. Boy, Samantha Watson took a tumble there. She got body blocked the other night against Mississippi College, and it was almost in the same spot. That foul was on Lanicia Parker. I believe that is her second as well. Second foul on the Griffons here in the third quarter. Tipton, nice entry pass on the inbounds from Watson, but can't get it to go. A little bit too strong. Quickly the other way, and that pass from Olivera Diaz was just too strong, and it went to the corner of the basket of the court, out of bounds.
You see the Griffons back off on the pressure here at the first inbounds for the Tigers here in the second half, so we'll have to see how that switched up during halftime.
That's going to be a foul as Heidi Robinson was trying to get around that screen, and she was called for the foul, and that is a foul on Parker. That is her third, I believe. I believe that's who that foul was called on. So that would, it's the third foul on Lanicia Parker. Coach Scheidecker agreeing with that call, but he said you missed the first one on the illegal screen. Robinson kick out to Winfrey. Ball fake. Dribble and penetrate. Tipton had all of us fooled, including the official who's ready to put the left hand up, signaling the 3. Robinson at the shot clock buzzer catches the support for the basketball goal. And the shot clock violation will give the ball to Missouri Western.
Both teams kind of struggling here offensively here in the latter half of this third quarter, so we'll have to see if they can pick it up offensively. Jada
Smith goes baseline, double team. Olivera Diaz for 3 is good. And that is the second three-point field goal of the night for Diaz.
Griffons back to that on-the-ball pressure here against the Tigers.
A man-to-man on the inbounds, and then once Ouachita inbounds the ball, they do drop back. Watson, there's a switch from Oliveira Diaz. This is Hubbard. Kick out, Watson, but it's going to be an offensive foul called on Hubbard. Second personal foul on Bree Hubbard. This is Harris. Oliveira Diaz drives through traffic, and that was a nice job of lulling the defense to sleep and cutting right down the middle of the lane, and now a steal from Kelderman.
That defense for the Griffons has been what's kept them in this game as they look to get more points off the turnovers.
Harris draws nothing, but unfortunately for the Tigers, sometimes that means it can go right to one of your own teammates. That's what happens, but Heidi Robinson comes away with it. Tipton, step back three-pointer, good for Madeline Tipton. The Tigers needed that one. The lead had ballooned to 7. That three-pointer from Tipton gives her 12 points.
And that makes it the 10th straight game that Tipton has had more than 10 points.
I call an illegal screen on Kelderman. I was looking down, an immediate timeout. We're going to sift through everything and figure it out. Coach Scheidecker trying to get an explanation, and that foul on Kelderman was her second. Immediate timeout. The under 5, the Griffons lead by 4. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Thanks for watching this production of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. OSDN is the student sports media program here at Ouachita. Would like to thank the crew for tonight: Kate Perrin, Dalton Reed, Amber Young, Gavin Wallace, Madeline Colzer, Chase Hartzell, Seth Hunter, and Shane Hartzell helping us out tonight. Most of those are our OSDN students. I'd like to thank to help with a couple of the veterans as well. Shane Hartzell. Porter for 3, no good. Tipton gets inside position, and the putback is good for Madeline Tipton.
That brings Tipton to 14 points on the night, and she's been able to execute offensively against this Griffons defense.
That's an illegal screen, and Coach Scheidecker says absolutely it was. You didn't get same. He said agreed with that one. That foul is on Jada Smith, and that is her third personal foul. That's the 5th foul on Missouri Western in the quarter. So, no, 5 in the quarter, Mr. Official, not 5 on the player. Now they're going to go to the table. That's okay, maybe not. Maybe it's not 5. Maybe it was just 4. So the next foul will send Ouachita to the free throw line. In the quarter, and Oliveira Diaz with her 3rd steal, 2nd out front. Can't get it to go. Watson tips it, A little Plinko into the hands of Ruby Trammell. Watch out from behind. Gets it up to Watson. Tipton. Skip pass. Nice find of Porter. Three-pointer tipped. And a rebound to Smith. 2-on-1. Smith against Watson, and that's a nice foul by Samantha Watson to prevent that breakaway layup from Jada Smith. I think on the other end, Caden Porter's three-pointer was a nice contest on the wing by Missouri Western, and got a little piece of that when it threw it off.
Able to find her in the corner, but not able to execute.
Reeker with the offensive glass. Morrell left alone, and kind of miscommunication there defensively from the Tigers, and here comes some pressure from the Griffons. Jada Smith just trying to find a time she can poke the ball away from Watson. Trammell, baseline pull-up, no good. Tipton with the putback, can't get it to go. Harrison does, though. The third time is the charm on that possession for Ouachita. And Abby Harrison now has 6 points.
Yeah, able to continually be active at the glass and find the offensive rebound, able to put it back up a second and a third attempt.
And a foul on Missouri Western after Samantha Watson got the rebound. That foul is on Jada Smith, and that is her third personal foul. So, foul situation will be key for this team, something to look at down the road individually for Missouri Western, as that's the fifth foul of the quarter, and Samantha Watson is going to the free throw line. Two players with 3 fouls for the Griffons. Jada Smith just picked up her third. Lanicia Parker did earlier. Watson can't get the first one to go. And then you also have 4 players with 2 fouls. Reeker, Kelderman, Lewis, and Harris.
Watson still looking for her first points of this contest, as she's played just over 16 minutes, and so we'll see if she can do it right here on the free throw line.
1 for 2 from the line for Watson. Michaela Vation checks into the game for Ouachita, replacing Caden Porter. Olivera Diaz uses a high screen. Nice backdoor cut. Dozier got behind the defense and got the layup to go. 3-point game. Vation right side to Harrison. Watson to Tipton. Tipton, nice find back side to Abby Harrison. The layup is good. 30-second timeout, Missouri Western, and Coach Scheidecker is not happy with the defense on the other end. The Tigers cut it to 1.
Yeah, and it's been a great having the threat of the three-point play has opened up some things inside as we look at that last one here as Tipton found.
She just draws Dozier from the backside and then on the help, and then has Harrison collapsing down at the block. They said it was a 30-second timeout, but they stretched it to a full. We'll go ahead and keep it here anyway. It is Thanksgiving week. Tomorrow night, the Tigers, the men's team, will be in action at 7 p.m. here at Bill Vining Arena against Champion Christian. You'll also be able to see that game on OSDN.live, the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It will be a different broadcast. We'll be just be pulling in the feed. Our next broadcast will be December 4th, and that seems like it's a long way away. It's really a week and a half away. I mean, we're at the last week in November, but it's also the conference opener for the Great American Conference.
East
Here
Central
we are,
coming to town.
3 games into the season for the Tigers, and we're getting ready to talk conference play next week under a new system and Coach Long and Coach Doyle. Talked to Madeline Tipton and Samantha Watson 2 days ago as they helped me do color for the men's game against Ecclesia. And you don't have a whole lot of time to get ready for conference play. Looking at Missouri Western schedule, they get ready to start conference play soon as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time to get those teams prepared, and once conference play starts, every game matters into a conference seeding, conference tournament, and hopefully eventually an NCAA tournament.
Missouri Western opens MIAA play on December 2nd. That's a Tuesday against Northwest Missouri State at home in St. Joe. The pointer is no good. Loose ball. That's out of bounds, and that will stay on that end of the floor with the Griffons. Nice hustle from Meredith Reeker to keep that one alive, and it ends up being knocked out of bounds by Samantha Watson.
Yeah, very physical game between these two teams, Bab. You look at, not just the foul count, but just the physicality and transition, the physicality within the pressure for the Griffons. And so looking forward to seeing how that plays out here in the latter half, the third and the fourth quarter.
Good matchup for these Tigers and Griffons as they're both young teams. Ouachita's not necessarily a young team, but they are new. Both of these new, trying to figure out systems under their first-year head coaches. Trammell, nice job of stopping the baseline penetration, but Lanicia Parker with a tremendous spin move back to the middle gets the basket to go. Parker now has 11 points. Harrison gets the double team. Backside, extra pass. Watson, three, in and out, no good. Trammell with the rebound on the side. She crashed from the corner, and she drew the foul on the putback.
Yeah, the extra pass, the missed three, the offensive rebound, all a combination to get a trip to the charity stripe.
That foul was on Olivera Diaz. That is her first personal foul. Trammell to the free throw line for the Tigers. Trammell, the 5'11 sophomore guard from Bergman, Arkansas, knocks the first one down. You ever watch Bergman play girls basketball?
I sure have.
Man,
they're good.
They're solid.
They're really good. Hey, if you look at this Ouachita roster, there's multiple state champions within this roster. When you look at Bergman and Marmaduke, Bologna, all those very solid high school programs within the state of Arkansas when it comes to women's basketball.
2 for 2 from Ruby Trammell. It's a 1-point game, and we're under a minute in the third quarter. It's been a great game. Olivera Diaz with a nice take, a little hesitation, kind of got the defense on the heels and was able to go the baseline and draw the foul. That foul is on Audrey Winfrey. That's her first personal foul. And Olivera Diaz goes to the free throw line. 9 of 13 coming into their trip to Arkansas, 69.2%. And that's what she is coming into today's game. She did not go to the free throw line in the loss at Harding 2 nights ago. 4 players scored in double figures in that loss to Harding. Nakia Harris, Olivera Diaz, Mia Morrell, and Lanicia Parker. Offensive rebounds have been key for Missouri Western the entire game. Ouachita got the benefit of a couple of offensive rebounds in the third quarter.
Yeah, 14 offensive rebounds for the Griffons thus far compared to 8 for the Tigers.
Robinson, wraparound bounce pass to Harrison. Up and under. Ooh, that was nice defense by Dozier. Got straight up. There was some contact at the hand, but she was straight up and was rewarded for that. So 20 seconds, actually about a second differential between the shot clock and game clock, maybe a second and a half. And so essentially Missouri Western is holding for the final shot for the third straight period. She got it. Yep. Parker kind of got a little excited. She had the ball fake and then shuffled the feet a little bit. So now Ouachita will have a chance with 5.5, but you got to get the ball in bounds against pressure. Olivera Diaz has 4 steals so far in the game. Watson. Up and under, can't get it to go, but it's a good look. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Griffons lead the Tigers by 2 as we head to the final 10 minutes from Bill Vining Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Come back. These last 10 minutes should be a fun one here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Back to action here from Bill Vining Arena. Audrey Winfrey triggers the inbounds pass to Heidi Robinson, Abby Harrison, Madeline Tipton, and Samantha Watson still on the floor for the Tigers. Olivera Diaz as Heidi Robinson picks up her dribble and needs some help. Nice backdoor pass to Harrison. Now a foul is going to be called. Coach Scheidecker thinks she was straight up. Coach Scheidecker asking Tammy D'Souza, was that a jump ball or a travel? Which of the two? Regardless, it was a foul, and Abby Harrison going to the free throw line. He's saying it loud enough where people can hear him too. Harrison misses the first free throw. This is the second one as well. Harrison, a really good free throw shooter, can't get those to go. Nice dish or kick out from Olivera Diaz. Kelderman can't get the three-point to go. Robinson to Harrison, layup, good in transition. And we're tied at 55. Harrison saw Robinson get the rebound. Robinson on a run out. Nice find on the backside to Harrison.
Yeah, transition points have been big for Ouachita in this game when they're able to evade that pressure and get a basket in transition.
Olivera Diaz cut off by Watson. Kick out. Parker for three. Draws nothing, and Madeline Tipton with a fist pump, a defensive stop.
That's a big defensive stop, not letting the Griffons get an offensive rebound and then go into their next offensive possession.
Winfrey to Harrison. Nice ball defense again by Tamisha Dozier, the 6'1 senior, getting the arms up, and Parker counted and the foul as Tipton got caught on the backside, tried to contest the shot, but Lanicia Parker gets the basket to go. Three subs into the game for the Tigers. Hubbard, Porter, and Trammell replacing Watson, Harrison, and Tipton. Old-fashioned three-point play for Lanicia Parker.
That's the second foul on Tipton there, so she's going to take a seat.
Missouri Western switches on the screens. Heidi Robinson tries to take advantage of it, and the whistle will put Heidi Robinson at the free throw line. She got a step on Nakia Harris, and the foul was called with the body. Robinson to the free throw line, where she has only been twice this season. Ouachita been to the line 41 times coming into today's game. Made 34 of those. 17 of those 41 have come from Madeline Tipton coming to tonight's game. Robinson, nothing but net on the first one. And 2 for 2 for the senior from Marmaduke. Oliveira Diaz pushed up the right side. Out of control, can't get that one to go. Had a good look, but she's just out of control. But man, she almost came up with another steal. Winfrey. Porter goes baseline. Nice job by Hubbard of trying to. They did say that she got in there and tied it up. Nice job by Missouri Western of getting in there and tying that ball up. Alternating possession has the ball go over to the Griffons with a chance to extend this lead with 8 minutes left in the fourth. Kelderman, three-pointer off to the right. Crashing in for the offensive glass. Parker goes baseline. No help from the backside, and Parker gets the layup to go.
And Tigers doing a good job of getting past that man pressure there in the backcourt.
Robinson. Hubbard will spot up from the three. No good. Porter is going to get whistled for that foul on the offensive rebound. Got a little push in the back. Reeker will come back into the game, the 5'10 senior from West Des Moines, Iowa. Missouri Western trying to get a two-possession lead for the first time in a while. Jada Smith. Give and go. Smith's layup blocked by Hubbard. Parker with it. Goes baseline. Loses it. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound. Parker can't get it to go, but she is fouled. The second chance opportunities for Missouri Western early in the game and here in the fourth quarter have kept them with a chance to extend the leads.
Yeah, and you look at Lanisha Parker, and she's been able to crash the glass, crash it effectively, and if the shot doesn't go in, draw the contact as she did here.
Parker knocks the first one down. She's 4 for 4 on the night. Good free throw shooter. 13 of 15 before this trip, and she was 2 for 4 at Harding. 5 for 5 on the night from the line now. 5-point lead. Robinson pushes. Backside to Porter. Robinson will be left alone for three, and an illegal screen is called on Bree Hubbard. Third personal foul on Hubbard. And Abby Harrison will check into the game for the Tigers. Big possession here, Dalton, is the lead is 5. It teetered and tottered back between tied and 1 and 2 and 3 points. So it's been a one-possession lead for the longest. This is the first time it's been a two-possession lead, and now Missouri Western has a chance to make it a three-possession lead, and they'll send Parker back to the free throw line for that opportunity, and that's a good sign for the Griffons as she's 5 of 5 from the line.
Yeah, she's been able to draw contact definitely within this fourth quarter.
They're changing the foul. Changing the foul. Thought they were going to come over and look at the foul, but she just needed some clarification from one of the officiating, one of her crew, and they did have that on Heidi Robinson. Parker missed the free throw. That doesn't happen very often. Knocks the second one down. Now she's tying up Heidi Robinson, but, boy, there's a foul on Reeker. Third foul on Reeker. Watson and Tipton back into the game for Ouachita, replacing Trammell and Winfrey. Seeing the pressure, trying to get an extra ball handler or two in there. Robinson, here comes the double. Finds Tipton. Tipton, foot on the line. Deep two-pointer for Madeline Tipton. And a tremendous shot from Tipton, but like it to be about 2 inches further back to get an extra point. Nice job by Robinson of being in the way of that pass. The Tigers trying to cut into this lead even more. Porter left alone, corner three. Good for Caden Porter. It's back to a 1-point game. The Tigers on a mini run of their own 5-0.
Yeah, great run there. The long two from Tipton and then the corner three from Porter. Able to speed this game up and not let that Griffin defense get set.
Knocking down open shots is the name of the game, and the Tigers did that then. Kelderman, ooh, lots of contact. Runner from Smith, no good. Tipton with the rebound. She pushes. Tigers a chance to take a lead. Underneath to Harrison, good for Abby Harrison. And the Tigers have the lead after being down close to 7 points. This matches their largest run of the game, and they lead 64-63.
This is their first lead since the first quarter when it was 6-5. Able to stay in this game and now take the lead.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, shot up, no good. Tipton with the rebound. Oliveira Diaz looks tired. Robinson underneath, Harrison. Counted for Abby Harrison. Just like that, Abby Harrison's caught fire, and the Tigers lead by 3.
Yeah, it was a great three-point game in the first quarter, and now we found Abby Harrison down low. She's been able to work that matchup and get some points in the paint for the Tigers.
9-0 run for the Tigers. Oliveira Diaz ends it as that layup goes, and that is a timeout from Coach Scheidecker. Not a bad timeout. 4:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tipton uses the screen. Step back with the long two-pointer is good. And the Tigers lead by 1 after a couple of other good possessions. Robinson kicking out. Caden Porter there you see knocking down the open three-pointer. And Dalton, these last couple of possessions, the last 5 or 6 possessions, it's just been a factor of making shots for the Tigers. Tipton draws the defense. Nice pass to the backside. Harrison hits the first of her 2 field goals here in this last little stretch.
Yeah, you look at, making the open shot, but giving yourself the opportunity. You saw Tipton draw the defense. You saw her come off the screen. And you see them using other factors of the game to produce offense, and that has them leading 1 against a very good Missouri Western State team.
It's been a fun 35 minutes and 35 seconds. We expect the final 4:25 to be fun as well. It'll be Ouachita ball out of the timeout. The possession arrow is with Ouachita as well, and I think you're getting ready to say I expect some pressure from Missouri Western.
That is exactly what I was about to say. I expect pressure, and I expect heavy pressure, because that is how the defense of Missouri Western has been able to offset this Ouachita offense.
Full court man-to-man, and now they're going to drop back. It's not a trapping press. It's just trying to disrupt and see if you can keep the team from getting the ball in bounds. Tipton, Porter looking inside for Harrison. Here comes the double. I had it in my hands. I mean,
I was worried about the camera.
Oh, it was at least 6 inches over the camera.
I interrupted Chris Babb's catch.
Let the athlete make the plays.
Yeah,
okay. You got the microphone. Oh, it was coming right into my hands. You deflected. That was going to be my catch.
Was that your first catch since high school?
No. I'll have you know that the faculty staff intramural team won the lower division championship last year.
Oh, really?
Really. Heidi Robinson, 2 seconds on the shot clock, not going to get it off, and that's a shot clock violation against the Tigers, and now the Griffons have a chance to take the lead. Yeah, you were a young high school student back then. Watson guarding Oliveira Diaz. High screen. Trying to get a mismatch. Kick out, nice job by Madeline Tipton. She doubled down to try to cut off the baseline. Oliveira Diaz was looking for Mia Morrell on that corner, and Tipton got her hands up and knocked that one out of bounds.
Under 10 seconds left here for the Griffons to find something on this possession.
Oliveira Diaz has to step back for three, and she nails it. That was a big shot for the Griffons to take a 2-point lead. Coach Long calls the play from the sideline. High post, Abby Harrison. Robinson left alone. She'll try a three. Good for Heidi Robinson. Back and forth in this final few minutes of the fourth quarter. Oliveira Diaz. Morrell could have had the three-pointer from Reeker on the extra pass. Kelderman pull up, no good. Rebound Robinson.
Yeah, Heidi Robinson, 3 of 4 for this game from beyond the arc. She has been one of the main three-point shooters here for the Tigers today.
Just love the demeanor and the body language of Heidi Robinson all the time, and that was a nice job by Porter of keeping that from being a steal. She knows she's dead, and then she throws the – oh, we had a timeout first. Now we're going to have to call and talk about it. He called a timeout when she had it, so they're going to give Ouachita a timeout. Coach Scheidecker is asking if he can look at it. We're going to stay on for a second, and it will be a 30-second timeout because they indicated that the timeout was called by Coach Long, which was a tremendous call. There's no official review. But it's a nice graphic, though. Aren't you impressed, Dalton? You've not seen that one yet, have you?
I have not seen that one.
Right.
New in this year.
Got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Try to. Students do a great job. So Missouri Western was thinking that the pass had already been delivered when the timeout was called. But the official who was in front of the Ouachita bench signaled that the timeout was called when Porter still had the ball. It saved a possession for the Tigers. Samantha Watson will trigger with the inbounds pass. Madeline Tipton, Audrey Winfrey back into the game for the Tigers. Caden Porter, Heidi Robinson.
Only 10 seconds left here on the shot clock for the Tigers as they look to cut down in this lead.
Robinson pull up in the middle of the lane, no good. Micaiah Harris with a rebound, and now the Griffons have a chance to retake the lead. Back and forth. Here goes Oliveira Diaz, pulls it back out. Ouachita man-to-man. Harris operates on Tipton. This is the leading scorer, Mia Morrell. High screen. Harris off the glass. Morrell, she had the team over on her teammates hollering or, counting the shot clock down. And it looks like she just got in a little bit too much of a hurry there. So now the Tigers have the ball at a 1-point lead with a minute and a half remaining. Tipton kicks out. Sam for three. No good. Rebound Morrell. No numbers for the Griffins. See what Morrell decides to do. She's got one on the backside. Picks up her dribble. Harris. Wraparound pass. Reeker gets it to Parker. Back underneath. Harris didn't need the double clutch, but got it anyway. And now it's a 1-point lead for the Griffins with 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, Coach Scheidecker telling his defense to get back and get set. He wants them set for this last minute of this game.
Sam Watson, nice backdoor cut. Nice find by Heidi Robinson. I tell you what, it was a nice job by Samantha Watson of maintaining her balance. Diaz goes, can't get the left-handed to go. Rebound, Samantha Watson. They do have one foul to give. Probably not going to use it, as this is just a one-point game. Tipton goes all the way in, layup, can't get it to go, but she's going to go to the free throw line.
Tipton leads the team with 16 points, not looking to make it 17 and 18 right here.
Fourth foul on Meredith Reeker. Little game reset. Both teams are in the bonus. Most likely, if she makes the second one, Missouri Western will call a timeout to advance. Tipton in a silent gym knocks the first one down to give the Tigers a 2-point lead. Knocks that one down as well. Timeout, Missouri Western. 28.4 seconds remaining. The Tigers lead by 3. And we'll be back for the finale after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
28.4 seconds remaining. The Tigers lead by 3. Let's give you a little game reset here. Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul would send the opposition to the line. Dalton, you wonder if Coach Long has the philosophy of if you're up foul, don't let him hit a game-tying shot. The possession arrow is with Ouachita. The Tigers have 2 timeouts left. Missouri Western has 1 timeout left. Coach Scheidecker did call a timeout to advance the ball to half court. On the floor for the Tigers, Ruby Trammell, Heidi Robinson, Samantha Watson, Audrey Winfrey, and Madeline Tipton. Parker, Olivera Diaz, Morrell, Harris, and Kelderman. Kelderman is the three-point threat. Watson knocks that one. Almost knocked it out of bounds. Here we go. Olivera Diaz loses it. Here's Harris, guarded by Trammell. They're going to go all the way in. Layup, no good. A rebound, Tipton. They tried to go for a 2-for-1, and a foul is going to be called on Missouri Western. Dalton, they didn't try to get the three-pointer to tie. They tried to go for a 2-for-1, and the layup and the shot from Harris didn't go. And now Madeline Tipton has a chance to go to the free throw line to give the Tigers a 2-possession lead with 14 seconds remaining. 1 timeout left for Missouri Western to see if she makes the second one, see if they try to advance it again.
Big shots here for Madeline Tipton as she made the 2 on her last trip to the charity stripe. Made it a 3-point game and now can make it a 5-point game.
Oh, wow. They call a technical foul on Lanicia Parker. The official, I don't know if we can replay that from our baseline camera. The official was standing right next to Lanicia Parker. It was right before that. We'll have to play it from camera 2 or camera 1. She was standing, the official was standing right by Lanicia Parker, and there you see it was a whistle before the free throw, so we do have some discussion from the officials to see how that will play out. But don't know what was said or done, but it was a rough spot. That's a rough spot for a technical foul in a 1-possession game with 14 seconds left. Now, the officials are having a discussion. All right, so they're going to shoot the technical free throws. Then Madeline Tipton will get to shoot her personal foul free throws. The official giving Coach Scheidecker an explanation. Hopefully we'll get Scott Starkey to get an explanation. So she's going to have 4 free throws here to essentially misses that one. Coach Scheidecker not happy with Parker. She knocks that one down to give the Tigers a 4-point lead. Those were the technical free throws, and so now they will come back and shoot the personal foul free throws. This is where the kind of a pointer and technical foul. Now they're going to talk about the administration of technical fouls has got to be something that officials think about, because it's like, was it a point of interruption? Do we go back? Is it automatic possession? And so that's what they're most likely talking about now. You see there, the Tigers have 4 players with 11 or more points: Porter, Tipton, Robinson, and Harrison. Now they're going to give Tipton 2 more free throws. And Tipton knocks the second one down, and it's a 5-point lead. And so it's been a crazy last minute and a half. So Tipton gets the third one to go as well, and I think it will be Ouachita's ball. So 14 seconds left. The Tigers lead by 6, and Ouachita will inbound the ball. Knocked out of bounds. Samantha Watson almost touched it. She reached up to touch it, and then it kind of hit her. Now she's kind of laughing at herself for even thinking about touching that one. Robinson fouled by Olivera Diaz, and Heidi Robinson will go to the free throw line. And Dalton, I think now you can kind of say that this one is comfortably – now, crazier things have happened. But let's talk about, now that we've got past all of the other, this is a big win for the Tigers. You see Heidi Robinson, the senior from Marmaduke, Arkansas. She knocks the free throw down. This is a team that last year was in the position to win a few games down the stretch and was at the exact same position as they were one game ago against Mississippi College and tonight against Missouri Western, needing a free throw or 2 to give a 2-possession lead in the final 15, 20 seconds, and they didn't get those either of those times. The first 2 home games of the year, they have done that, and now they lead 78-70, 12 seconds remaining. Missouri Western calls its final timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll come back for the final 12 seconds of this one after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the Pulled Pork Burger, or the Mac and Cheese Burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
12 seconds remaining in this one. The Tigers lead 78-70, and it has been a tremendous final 3 minutes in this one for the Tigers. Not so much for Missouri Western, but the Tigers are going to come away with a victory to move to 2-1 on the season. Kelderman misses the three-pointer. It'll be out of bounds, last touched by Heidi Robinson, and 5.7 remaining. Abby Harrison's going to check into the game for Ouachita. And Dalton, let's go back to that probably 6-7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Tigers were down by 7 and got a couple of baskets to get back in this one, and then really never relented. They kind of took the lead and then kind of extended that lead, and that, to me, that says a lot about the makeup of this team.
Yeah, and you look about extending that lead. It was to finish this game. The Tigers finished on a 12-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 58 seconds. So big win for the Tigers here. And once they took that lead, didn't look back.
The Tigers win 78-70. Let's take a look at some of the stats before we get Coach Nick Long to come join us. I got to tell you, Beckham Long is 2-0 in his new life. In his young life, less than a week old. Happy for Dad. Big sister Alden, also happy as well. Let's take a look at some of the final stats. Leading scorer for the Tigers, Madeline Tipton with 21 points. Abby Harrison with 14. 13 for Heidi Robinson. 11 for Caden Porter. Audrey Winfrey with 6. Ruby Trammell with 5. Leading scorers for Missouri Western, 19 points for Lanicia Parker, but also had that big technical foul when it was 73-70 that ended up giving the Tigers 5 free throws. I'm glad you didn't touch that ball over here, Sam. The big technical foul, the 18 points for Missouri Western from Ana Oliveira Diaz. We'll go ahead and bring in Victoria's head coach Nick Long as the Tigers move to 2-1, and this is a Division II schedule that's been a tough one for this for these Tigers. 77-70 win against Mississippi College a couple of days ago. 78-70 is the win for the Tigers tonight against Missouri Western. And Victoria's head coach Nick Long, and I told Dalton before you got here, Beckham's 2-0.
Yeah, Beckham is 2-0. He sure is. So I say keep him around.
That's right. That's right. Coach, congratulations. Let's go back to midway through the second half when your team was down 63-56, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple of big shots in transition, hitting a couple of open shots that got the game back to 1 or 2 points, and then after that, your team just kind of stayed with it, hit shots, got stops when you needed.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That's that's something we preach to them. We preach to them. Our practices are high intensity like that, and that leads to a lot of like we're in better shape than who we're playing, where we can withstand some waves that people want to throw at us, and I felt like we did a good job. I mean, our whole senior class today stepped up in huge ways. That's a big win for us today. That's a really good program in Missouri Western. There's no question about that.
Right. I'm going to pull your microphone a little bit closer. Coach, let's talk about this group. This is both of these teams. I talked to you earlier before the game. Both of these teams are on their third coach in 3 years. I think one of the differences is that you have a group of a group of girls that have been together, and so they didn't have to worry as much about the chemistry part. They had to worry just kind of get the system. And for what I can tell, it seems to be a great start for them kind of buying into the system.
Yeah, there's no question about that. That's one thing. We talked about that early on with them of how we were going to play and how we wanted to play, and it's a style that really fits our pieces and fits what we got, to where we can get out and we can run, and like I said, couple of 7 point leads they had at different points. Not going to phase us, because we're going to keep coming at you. We're going to keep coming at you.
Let's talk about one of those seniors, Madeline Tipton, eclipsed the 1,000-point mark. She ends up with, I believe, 21 points tonight. And hit a couple of free throws big in both situations against Mississippi College and tonight against Missouri Western. She found herself at the free throw line in a one-possession game and hit 2 free throws to make it a 2-possession game with 30 seconds. We found Ouachita was in that position some last year, but tonight, the first 2 games at home, Madeline's been at the line both of those times and has come up big.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that again, like I was telling Isaac in the Mississippi College game, that's one thing that they kind of said that they felt like they lost a lot of close games, and that's one thing they asked me when I interviewed and met with the team the first time. They said, how are you going to help us win close games? And I said, well, we're going to put ourselves in those situations in practice, and probably for the first 10 practices, we at least did one situation where we played that out, and that just put the confidence in them, and we did well in those situations where they had the confidence now to go and do those in games. And now I feel like once you get one, it just keeps on building for you, to where now you've been in that situation and you know what you got, what it takes to go and get it done.
It's Thanksgiving week. I'll let you get down to your team. A game Saturday at Fort Smith, and then you start conference play here a week in 3 days, December 4th against East Central.
Yep, I say really different for me starting conference play in the 1st of December.
Yeah.
But I feel like we got another leg up on folks with just the experience that we've got as a group and what they've been through and how they've handled a bunch of the situations they've been put in and just I feel like they were just hungry for someone to come in and kind of turn them loose like we have, and I feel like that's really been great for them, and I'm really excited, especially for the senior class, that they stayed with us, stayed here at Ouachita, which says a lot about the school. Number one, that 10 in today's world, that 10 to 13 stayed, but really happy for them and how they've pushed through and how they battled through and what they've kind of how they bought into what we want to do and how we want to play and playing at that pace and at that intensity the whole time. So that's something that I felt like we didn't do that in the first half of the Northeastern State game, where we reverted back a little bit to some things that I've seen in the past of them, and Mississippi College game and tonight we were completely different. We were a whole different ball club out there in those situations, I felt like.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're able to spend some time with Alden and Beckham.
Yeah,
and
see if we get some sleep.
That's right. Coach Nick Long, congratulations. Tigers with a big 78-70 victory over Missouri Western. That'll wrap it up for tonight. I do want to take a second to thank our crew who helped tonight. Dalton Reed was on color with me, Shane Hartzell, Kate Parrott, Amber Young, Gavin Wallace, Madeline Colzer, Chase Hartzell, Seth Hunter, and Alyssa Young, who drove Amber over here. It's not a fun day to drive anywhere in South Arkansas. It's been raining. I'm sure it's still raining. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We thank you for tuning in to this production of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Again, reminding you, our final score, Ouachita 78, Missouri Western 70. Thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
Owned by Ouachita alumni Java Primo.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kubler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.